What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop, so park your ass right there. And right there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, the subscribe button. Also, if you check the link below, you see a Patreon account. If you click it, you become a member. All you got to do is try to recommend movies and music and trailers for me to react to, so click the damn link. Now, with that being said, we are here today to review episode 16 of Your Honor, Season 2, or other people might call it Season 2, Episode 6 of Your Honor. However you say it, we are here to review it / recap it, so let's go ahead and get into it. So my thoughts personally on the TV show or the episode was, now I see where they're going. After last week when I was talking about the show and I'm talking about how much world building is going on, which is absolutely true, it saddens me that the fact that this show is only going to be 2 seasons. It was always meant to only be a short series, and this season is the recap, or it's going to be the final. This is the nail in the coffin, basically. It's going to be the coup de grace, right? And I don't know how I feel about it. This is such a freaking good show, but at the same time, I don't want them to drag it out and then eventually lose the essence of what it truly is. So I guess it's better to go out on a high note than a low note. But I do still feel like this show has so much character development, and we have so many loose ends to tie up, and we have so many characters to give their final like huzzas to, I guess, like, like their roses too. So I need to see the end of all character arcs come to a respectable end logically, without feeling like it's forced or feeling like it's a reach or anything like that. I want everything to end fluidly, if that makes any sense. Again, this episode was filled with a lot of questions being answered that I didn't know I wanted to answer. And one of the biggest questions that was answered is, who truly killed Michael's wife, right? Robin, I believe her name is. This episode features Michael and his mother-in-law basically going through the streets, getting their hands dirty, and investigating Michael's wife's death. Now, I do find it kind of strange that they were able to solve this within a 24-hour time frame. And it makes you think, like, if you would have put this amount of effort into it a while ago, then maybe this would have been, solved already. But at the same time, Michael does speak about it and says, like, the reason I don't talk about it, the reason I don't dig on it, because it's not going to make me feel any better. I might as well just like leave it alone and just remember her for who she is, and understand that no matter if I come up with the actual reason, it's not going to make me feel any better. And the mother-in-law actually agrees with this at the end when they do find out the reasoning behind Robin's death. And yeah, so I mean, again, I sat back and I thought, like, wow, that was a really you guys saw that really quick. You guys Scooby-Dooed that really fast. But at the same time, it does kind of make sense when you think about it from the standpoint of Michael, right? If Michael was really out there searching for answers, but then also Michael had Adam. So you have Adam to worry about. You have the psychological welfare of your son. And it's like, you can't sit back and dwell on these things, and you have to be the rock in the family now, because your son's going to lean on you in order to make everything better. So it turns out that Michael's wife was investigating, looking into a case with her lover, her side piece, right? This black dude. Not surprised. Anyway, so she's into this like side relationship. She's having this affair. She's getting ready to leave Michael, apparently, and that's the idea that's floating around. But at the same time, they're investigating and looking into this claim that this junkie / dude that works at a local corner store claims. He says that the reason why a lot of these cases are going unsolved, the reason why this is because these cops are dirty, right? The cops are dirty. These are the cops are the one that are out there doing the dirty work. I'm like, well, how do you know this? He was getting fucked by a cop apparently in exchange for drugs, right? And I guess this cop was getting a little bit comfortable with him and just flaunting and telling him all this information. And I guess he's assuming, like, dude's a junkie, like nobody's gonna fucking believe him, and he's not gonna have the heart to tell anybody, right? And yeah, but Lord to behold, the junkie then went on and told somebody, and then also that's why Robin got killed, because he found out that the person that was investigating it, or looking into the possibility of revealing his dirty deeds, and he just went ahead and just got rid of her. So there's that. But anyway, So again, like, how do I feel about this revelation? I'm not surprised, but at the same time, it is kind of strange because they hinted at something else. Like, they made you think it was Desire. They made you think it was a local street gang, all this crazy stuff. Because remember, Adam got chased with the little SUV in the first season, right? So I'm thinking this whole time it was always like a local gang, but I guess it wasn't. It was dirty cops. I guess this is a sleight of hand. Look this way, and then boom, this is what we have here. So kudos to them for that. Let's see where it leads. I mean, there's a lot of already dirty cops in this show it's already been revealed. I mean, we already kind of knew that that detective was dirty because ain't that the one that that's the one that Big Mo is always threatening, right? Well, anyway, to the point, there's so many dirty cops on the show, and it makes me just feel like, okay, like that wasn't the reveal wasn't satisfying. Let me know if you guys felt like the reveal was satisfying, because me personally, I felt like it was a little bit underwhelming, in my opinion, but let's move on. So then we go on to the Baxters, right? We have Fiona, who's still going along with the whole baptism thing, and she's feeling some type of way, and she's only doing it because of her parents. She goes to talk to a priest, and she just so happens to stumble upon the cool priest, right? And it's funny because Gina hates. It seems like Gina does not like this priest at all. Maybe because the priest is kind of like jokey, and Gina thinks that everything's supposed to be serious and firm and things like that. But I feel like he's the best person that could be talking to Fia, because she needs somebody that can be on her level to have these conversations and can handle these criticisms and critiques, and to kind of have these educated back and forths, like kind of like what she did with Adam. And it really did feel like there was some kind of awkward tension between the two. I don't know if that's just me though, but it really did feel like there was some awkward tension. Um, I really just don't hope it's like one of those, a Rosa de Guadalupe moment where all of a sudden somebody finds their faith and everything turns around and all their good luck goes like, in their favor. It's crazy. Like, that's what I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I really hope that that does not happen. But also, we have, when they went to go do that again, the priest is talking to her in such a way where he's on her level. He's talking to her kind of like a regular person, and I think she appreciated that, and it made her at ease a little bit more, and kind of put down her guard in regards to having the baptism for her son, and putting her own personal beliefs to the side in order for the benefit of her child, right? And because Sophia went to this baptism rehearsal thing, she leaves Rocco with this soon to be godfather, which is Carlo, right? And Carlo is banging the desk lady. So they're in the room, they're getting ready to get it on, and Carlo gets this phone call from a junkie. That junkie that basically hit the stand and was basically telling him he was getting ready to tell on him, and he tells him he got some information for him. And Carlo takes off like a fucking bull that saw red. And what was the information that he told him? He told him about good old Eugene, that he saw good old Eugene in a room where they was bagging up dope, just sitting there, and he was alive and well. Now, I'm going to go ahead and segue into Eugene's character arc. Eugene's character arc in this episode, he's just chilling, waiting to basically get departed at the end of the show. Like, basically, once it's nighttime, they take us to the bus stop. He goes down to Houston. Me personally, I didn't understand why they didn't just load him in a car and just drive his ass to Houston like as soon as possible. I think it would have probably been better for all parties, but that's neither here nor there. I felt like waiting until the cover of night is super cliche in regard to that. I felt like they could have just waited. They could have just, as soon as they handled the situation with Big Little Mo, they could have just took Eugene in a separate car, took him to Houston, and just drove his ass down to Houston and dropped him off. I think that's the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that everybody's good. All terms, everything's a-okay. You make sure that he gets dropped off. He goes where he needs to go. All loose ends are tied up, right? That's what I would have did. But anyway, what ends up happening is, as Eugene's sitting in this dope spot, Carlo's friend, the one I just mentioned, snitched on him. He spots Eugene sitting there. Now, what fucking dope house has open blinds? I have no clue. These motherfuckers is bagging up cocaine cut with fentanyl, right? And they're cutting it as low as they can get it in order so people won't die, and they're going to go distribute it in other neighborhoods other than their own. And they're doing this in broad daylight with the blinds open. That to me was another kind of like bad writing moment. Like, you could have come up with something a little bit more clever than the dude peeks through the blinds and sees Eugene and takes a picture. Like, that was the fucking, I don't know. To me, that just, it was dumb when you think about it. It was dumb when you think about it. Moving on. So then this fast forward, this is when Dope Man tells Carlo he sees Eugene. He shows him the freaking picture, the phone. Carlo's like, take me to him, takes him to him, right? And he's like, just wait for a minute, get me on the side, and I'll do what I need to do. Long story short, they ram the car flips over. Carlo's hurt. Seatbelt stuck, guns out the car, out the window actually. Eugene crosses him under the rubble, picks up the gun, points it at Carlo, gives him this long speech about how dare you still try to kill me after you've taken everything away from me. Like, it's not bad enough that you took away my brother. It's not good enough that you took my family away. Now you want me dead? Great speech. It would have been even greater if he would have shot his dumb ass. Because when you really think about it in retrospect, what's the point of having this good ass speech if you're not going to end it with a bang, literally? No pun intended. He should have shot his ass. Point blank range, right in the face, take off. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, there is a possibility that Eugene, he's a smart kid. Eugene probably was playing chess, not checkers. If he shoots Carlo, and basically they find out that there was a designer crew member involved on the scene because he was in the car flipped over and he got basically pulled out by the cops and was getting treated, right? That means that designer would have been like basically labeled as the gang that shot Carlo. So then what? You know what I'm saying? Then it would have been an all-out turf war. So maybe he didn't shoot him thinking, all right, if I shoot him, it's going to start a freaking war, and then I just leave town as I've lit this fire. So maybe, just maybe that, or maybe he just decided to just do the right thing. I don't know, but I just think he was playing chess, not checkers. That's my opinion. What do you guys think? Do you think he did it because he just ain't no killer? Or do you think it because, he didn't want to cause any more destruction and mayhem and just chose to be the better person and walked away, right? But I think personally it's because he didn't want to leave that mess. He knew that he respected what Big Mo has done for him, and he didn't want to do anything else that could jeopardize his relationship with Big Mo, because deep down inside he cares about them, and he really does have a bond with them, and he respects them a lot. Which doesn't hold up well, because then that's when Carlo ends up going to freaking the hospital and then telling his mom that the boy's alive and he pointed a gun at me and he was trying to kill me. Completely leaving out the fact that he chased him. Completely leaving out the fact that the boy did not. He dropped the gun and then left. Like, he willingly just spared his life. He left that shit out. He was spared, and he left that out completely. So in a fit of rage, Gina starts doing her bitchy thing that she does. You know what I'm saying? She bitches and bitches and bitches and bitches. She bitches a lot this season. Even last season, she bitches a lot. Her character annoys the shit out of me. That's just me though. But she bitches. Jimmy says, I'm gonna handle it. She's like, handle that shit tonight. Look, he's giving her this look like, don't tell me what the fuck to do. He's walking out, and then Carmine Ganti, aka pulls him in the hallway, yanks him by his collar, pulls him by the face, does all this shit right here. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, if you don't sock his stupid old ass, like, I don't give a fuck. If you was a gangster, right? you shouldn't be taking that shit from nobody. I don't give a fuck how triple OG Mr. Ding Ding is. You should have laid this stupid ass out. Tell him don't fuck with me. It's my fucking family. I call the shots here. This is why Carmine Conti keeps low-key calling Jimmy a vagina and telling him that he's a weenie and can't run his damn family because of bullshit like that. Jimmy should have slapped his stupid ass. He should have sent him to sleep. You know what I mean? But I can't speak on behalf of Jimmy because Jimmy's over here being Jimmy. And another thing is that Carmine keeps just kind of like, he keeps disrespecting Jimmy because Jimmy's, I don't do crime like that. I'm a businessman. You know what I'm saying? He's like the Jay-Z of the New Orleans or some bullshit. He done went from selling dope to I went into business. Man, he's trying to keep it that way. But Carmine keeps trying to pull him back into the crime world. And Jimmy's like, I only try to like flex that muscle if I need to. And Carmine's kind of like pulling that out on him like, dude, you flexing that muscle, like, you keep forgetting that you was a gangster, or he's supposed to be a gangster. Like, he's basically calling him a fake ass gangster, saying that he's using his family's name in order to act like a gangster. He's basically calling him fake, telling him he ain't about shit, you know? And what ends up happening is Jimmy's bodyguard, what the fuck is his name? These names elude me sometimes. His bodyguard ends up telling him, we need to go get them tonight, because he's like Irish or some shit. And Jimmy beats that motherfucker silly. And I'm just sitting there like, why didn't you have that same hostility and anger towards Carmine? I get it. Carmine's a big gangster. You kill him, you know, you're going to have a lot of repercussions on your hands. But at the same time, I'd rather be that dude that stood up and popped his stupid ass or whooped his ass or beat his ass. Because look, if you hit Carmine, you better kill his ass. Like straight up. You're going to have to bury her father in that moment. Because if he really about that life, he going to come back with the freaking four. And then Jimmy's wife don't even like him. Gina don't even like you. So Carmine definitely would have been coming back for blood. I would have just smoked stupid ass Carmine, right? Kill Carmine off. Find a way, drown Gina, put her under the toilet or something. Do what you got to do. Turn her into a putty from Power Rangers. And then just be like, hey, yo, you know what? Your mom just fell off the face of the earth, bro. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Because at this point, Jimmy don't need them. He's a businessman. He has multiple businesses that are all bringing in very lucrative revenue, right? And he's pointed that out to Carmine as well. So I don't know. I really hope that Jimmy stops getting punked by Carmine. We've seen Jimmy snap a couple of times. This is probably the craziest I've seen Jimmy snap on somebody, though. He whooped the shit out of that bodyguard. I don't even know if that bodyguard is still alive. But if he's alive, he definitely ain't going to be able to tell you what 2 + 2 is by the morning. So let's go ahead and let's make some predictions real quick. Again, I didn't really like the direction that they went away with solving Robin's murder. Fine, whatever. But it led to absolutely nothing. We do have this conversation with Nancy, and she's supposed to be that good cop, right? Whoa, almost dropped my mic. She's supposed to be the good cop. So what Michael's going to do is probably try to take down the organization with the help of Nancy, and all of a sudden they become buddy again. I think Jimmy's going to somehow turn on that fucking Carmine family, and he's going to put them under. I think that somehow Carlo is going to die. I don't know how. I don't know when, but he's either going to die or go to jail for a very long time, right? I'm hoping the later. Is Eugene really dead? I don't know. He looks like he kind of got shot right here. I believe he probably got shot. He went to the hospital. And then maybe this is going to be Jimmy Baxter's opportunity to probably smother him with a pillow or some shit just to tell his family, see, I told you I would handle it, right? That might be the case, but at the same time, it's like, fuck, dude, why does Eugene's family got to go through so much shit? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. But, and then what's going to happen with Big Mo, right? What's going to happen with Big Mo? Will the police get to her, or will it be the Baxters? Who's going to really get to her? Big Mo has to have a character arc at the end of this, and it's crazy because, like I said, there's been a whole lot of preaching to Big Mo about family, and truth be told, she keeps telling these motherfuckers, stop preaching to me about this family shit. I'm about this money. But at the same time, if you want to keep these relationships tight, you're gonna have to worry about the family. Oh, by the way, I don't know about you guys, but I felt kind of weird. Did you guys feel like that overdose of that little boy was kind of out of place? I almost forgot about it right now, but the Desire gang member dude, his little brother was playing with the dope and he ended up overdosing or whatever. Like, come on, bro. Like that shit felt like it was kind of out of place. It really felt kind of weird. I don't know if this is gonna lead to anywhere, but it really, really felt like it was out of place. That's just me though. But I don't know. We'll see where the show is going. Like I said, I love the show. Haven't been bored yet. 2 seasons straight fire. This is probably gonna be a top tier show. Depending on the way that it ends, I'm going to truly say that this is one of the more better TV shows that's came out in a while. And if motherfuckers ain't checking for your honor, they definitely should be. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. What do you guys think is going to happen next? Do you guys think that this show is going to go somewhere further? How do you think it's going to end? Do you think we're going to get great character arc endings for each character? Do you think anybody's going to die? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. And you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys are having a magnificent day. Adios, homies.